Dun, dun, dun. We are back. We are back. I am sitting in my kitchen because the boy has done things. And he wants to hang around, so he's out in the living room with the TV. So if you hear the TV, that's him. Otherwise, it's just me, just it with me. So I promised maybe I would be able to do this, but I had to do this. I'm sorry, I have to do this because I was listening to this as I was going to get my son from school, and guys, just woohoo, okay, yeah. So without further ado, let's meet the cowgirl who drove the host insane. Uh-oh. It's done things. It's done terrible, terrible things.
Employee at Domino's.
That's an interesting transition.
Yes.
Domino's. What do you do at Domino's?
Everything. I make the
manager or just
they were training me. They were in the process of training
why
me.
is where training?
They've
Yes, my fellow insane nurse. Yes. For all of us who lose our mind over finances. It's a cowgirl.
had other people that have shown more interest in becoming a manager.
You're not interested.
It's kind of like if they want me to be, I will be, and I think I.
Well, why would they want to be the person to be the manager that doesn't want to be the manager more than the person that wants to be the manager?
Exactly. So that's why they didn't.
So you don't want to be that?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
It's too much right now.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I understand where you're at in terms of what you want. So what do you make in this job?
I make $9.75 an hour. I make like.
Wait, $9.75? No one even.
$9.75. $9.75. I haven't made $9.75 since my. I worked for Publix for a year and a half. When I was at $9.75. Oh my God! Just oh.
No one even makes that in Austin. Like basic minimum in Austin's like 16 these days.
Yeah,
how was $9.75 even a thing? Only that because Colleen's not that far.
I make
$9.75.
so,
What's your account from this?
And that's so.
Income.
Because my dad had come down to Texas for 2 weeks, and so I didn't work.
Okay, so what hits your account?
All right, I think my phone's about to kick onto the internet for this. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Can I flip the signal to the... Okay, I think we're back. I had to switch over to my phone's Wi-Fi because for some reason this thing does not really like my my Chromebook, so my regular Wi-Fi.
Your account on a normal monthly basis?
From Domino's, about $1,400.
From Domino's, meaning probably something else. Okay, well, honestly, there hasn't been a single person that serves in the military that doesn't have some kind of disability. So
yes, I'm 100% with the VA, so I get like
100%. Wow,
yes,
what do you get on a monthly basis?
About $3,800.
Okay, Nat, that's what your account?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that immediately, because you would not be able to survive on the $1,400.
No.
What do you get an option? How many hours a week do you work at Domino's?
Like 30.
Well, I guess
I work my off. I love it there, honestly. Okay, so
yeah,
one
30
thing,
hours a week. Well,
I love
you're
it there.
only able to work 30 hours a week because of the disability, though.
Her butt off. Working 30 hours a week at Domino's. 30 hours a week at my store that I work my butt off at. All right, I know I don't get paid that price, but I work my butt off at. Okay, we are talking insane amount of crap I do. And have you ever tried these? I got these a long time ago. I'm not sure if they're still safe to drink. Very salty.
Though, if you weren't getting the disability, 30 just wouldn't be an option.
I think it. I'm not exact. I have to look. I think it has to do with monetary. So like how much you earn. If you earn over a certain amount, then they start taking your monetary benefits away. But
Does that discourage you from going and making a career though?
No, honestly.
Wouldn't it though? No, mathematically?
No, because like the life that I.
To be fair, Matt, I did not buy this. My mother bought it. Okay. To be fair, my mother bought these. She doesn't drink them. So I don't even know why I still have them. Okay? She bought this huge pack from Costco this one time. This is back when she could leave the house. This huge pack. And quite honestly, I think I'm going to throw them out. Because we are not drinking them. They taste horrible. They are mostly freaking sodium, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna let you all do that. I'm gonna read this.
That I want to live, like I want to live on a piece of property with, and with horses.
Oh, you're fitting the fucking look. That makes sense.
A hell of a lot of potassium. Okay, now my doctor told me I was not allowed to have this much potassium in a day. I really shouldn't be drinking that much sodium. I am female.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's my passion, so I can't do that
land?
passion. Yeah, land, horses, freaking, doing
girl.
that thing.
Sure.
And
from Minnesota.
I can't do all of that on $3,800 a month.
No. Okay. So what's your plan to go from 30 hours a week income at Domino's to rancher, which requires a lot of upfront payment?
Well, so
ranchers usually work for the cowboys, but cowgirl, they.
Hello.
Yeah, you don't know my gender. It is 2025. I'm a cowgirl though. But freaking, so I don't want like a giant 1,000,000-acre ranch. I want like.
Girl, I've looked at land in Texas. Even like a
I'm also,
regular acre is just like $1 trillion.
That's the thing. I'm also trying to move out of Texas as well eventually.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can get land anywhere. But what is this? But either way, to get to this goal, you are requiring a lot of money.
Yes.
And we're not getting there at $1,400 a month, and then plus the 38, which is 52.
You would have to send me your address, and I'll see about sending you some of this stuff. Trust me, I don't know if it will kill you or keep you alive.
$200 a month, which that itself is not bad.
It's really not bad.
No, it's not bad, but you're...
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so I have 2 horses. I want to train.
You have 2 horses. What is your living situation?
So I live by myself in a house that I bought in 2022.
You own a house?
I do.
Okay.
Jones house.
Is it a ranch?
No, it's just a city house. Like it's 1,300 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, on a city lot, backyard fenced in. It's a 1/4 of an acre, I think is what they're calling it for the city lot. And then I board my horses at another person's ranch.
That has to be expensive. Again, if you didn't have the disability, I don't know how you'd be surviving. I feel like everything's going to come back to but if you didn't have, but you do have. Still, what is this income? How are you getting this income up to live the life you want to live, though. You're not making
so
bad
I
now,
want
Jen.
to train horses, not for other people, but I want to like train my horses and go and show them and earn money.
I don't know anything
potentially-
about that, but that sounds like one
Potentially
of those.
start a small breeding program as well.
It sounds like one of those things that the rare few make it, though, almost like the arts and other sportsy areas, because
Well,
it kind of is in that realm of the sport area
yeah.
in a way. And the
longer this video has gone on, because I was listening to it, the more I realized. Okay, let me get me back on camera. The more I realized as this video was going on, is the more I understood that this girl doesn't have a blasted idea about anything. Not a blasted idea about anything she's saying. So keep that in mind as we continue.
it's the
Also, I took and I built this shelf thing over here. So anything that was on something that was here prior is now sitting on this table in front of me, which is what I'm going through right now. I am just trying to. Oh, I have a sweet potato here that is growing. Oh, you all want to see the pretty sweet potato?
it's the rare few that make it.
Well, it
And
depends
especially
on your
in
definition
breeding,
of
right?
making it.
In
It's-
breeding into the sports horse game, is that not dominated by like a few massive players?
Yes and no. I mean, it's very dependent. There's levels to horses. Like you have horses that you can get from the auction for $300, and then you have horses.
But
that you
you're
can buy
trying
for
to
$1
make
million.
money.
Yeah, but I'm not necessarily trying to make like oodles of money.
But okay, what do you need to make to hit the goal then? What are you saying? Because you
I
said
don't know,
this isn't
enough to like sustain a $500,000, like $500,000 house with some property and a few horses.
Random stuff in my house. Watching budgeting videos. Random stuff in my house show.
Yeah.
So what is happening right now?
Okay, so I bought my house after I left the Marine Corps. Like I joined the Marine Corps at 18. I got married at
Mhm.
19.
Married at 19.
Yeah, I got married at
You're
19.
26. So you guys have been together for 7 years.
No.
You have any kids?
No. I got divorced in 2020.
Divorced already.
Yeah, 2021. Oh, military
What?
marriages, they don't last.
Yeah, that's
That's a
true.
thing.
Because
That's a
everyone just goes overseas is what someone else who was sitting in that seat told us, who was serving in the military and went overseas.
Well, yes, there was.
Is that what you did?
No, that's what he did.
That's what he did. He flew back home.
Well, no, so none of us got deployed. Neither one of us got deployed.
Oh, he was serving.
But yeah, he was also active.
Oh, he was base diddling.
Yeah, so we were both active duty, and
You don't base diddle.
he was off messing around, and yeah, so we got divorced in 2021.
Okay, well, that's a
And-
quick marriage. How
Yeah,
did that impact everything? That's crazy. That's such a young and quick. In fact, that was
It
a speed.
sucked.
You speed ran that marriage.
yeah, it sucked because we got a house
Ooh, I got-
and
here.
we were making like Lance Corporal pay. So anything that I bought for the house went on this credit card that I had gotten when I first joined the military. Yeah, so they came.
What you mean, like the moment you joined, you opened
pretty
a big
much.
credit card? What
yeah,
did you
so
open?
pretty much. Like
Okay,
they had-
okay, what?
so they sent down a credit card application.
okay,
Yeah, and so I filled it out, and
just like a lot of people, honestly,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
Wait. They gave me a $15,000 limit.
Okay, that's very high.
Off the
I'm just saying.
bat.
Oh my gosh, I'm just saying. A lot of people
Off
go to
the
college
bat.
and they open their first credit card too,
Off
so
the
it's
bat.
relatively similar in that
Yeah,
part.
but
at least
15
you,
Gave her $15,000 off the bat, okay? Let's keep that in mind. Alright. Now, this is going to come back around to haunt. I think it's missing a Tootsie Pop. Tootsie Roll. I'm going to come back to haunt her in a minute.
at least you had an income.
$15,000?
But at least you had an income. Yes, the $15,000 part is pretty wild.
Yeah,
People get like a couple $1,000.
insane. And then they bumped
But
it
hold
up
on, but
twice.
but if that was a big issue, you were the one who put it on the credit card, not them.
yeah, no,
And I know it's still
These
a
are
lot of
not
us
good
we
for
don't know much about personal finances in America. We
Well,
get
yeah.
kind of out on our own. We kind of learn things. Blah blah blah.
yeah.
Okay,
but I
so
was trying to be like a good homemaker. I was trying
What?
to be a good
you
homemaker.
guys were on different bases or something,
No, we
right?
were on the same base.
But he was diddling on the
I
same
didn't
base
know
with the
this at this
person he could
time.
diddle.
What was that? Dexter? Well, I can only imagine why. Ugh.
Diddle?
I didn't know this at the time, but yeah. Well,
So he was.
it wasn't even somebody on base. It was his ex over his phone.
Oh my gosh! Over his
Yeah.
phone, he was just texting.
Yeah, well, he
That's
was
still bad,
Also,
but-
friggin' little wiener pics.
Oh, little wiener.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
That's-
Well, that's certainly not good, and I'm glad you guys got separated.
Mhm.
Okay, so you maxed out a credit card. What?
Well, so I maxed it out at $15,000, and then we moved.
Which
on-
was your choice to do.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't
Yeah.
their fault.
But I was trying to provide a good home. Like I was trying
You
to
were
make a
providing
good
on
home.
that's not providing. What were you doing to make the good home on the base?
Like buying. I was buying stupid shit from Walmart. Like I was buying.
Making a good home?
Well, I was buying like curtains, and I thought I thought that's what made a home. Obviously,
Well, I mean that stuff
Fucking
is
not.
nice cash flow. You both were making money,
very. No, I mean,
but it was still
yes.
money. It was more,
Yeah,
you weren't
you're
going
right.
into
Yeah.
like student loan debt, or
True.
anything. So you're in a position where
But-
you're actually making money, which might even be more.
Dexter's got diarrhea again. Yay! I wonder what it's from this time.
Dangerous because you have a little less life skills at that point because everyone's infantilized these days, at 18,
That's-
and you went in there and you all of a sudden started making money and it made you spend more than you made. Not necessarily you chose to do that,
Yeah.
but you
And
may have
then-
been more inclined to do so versus those who go in college don't have an income source, so there's less money to spend, so less opportunity to make those mistakes. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just thinking myself through that, but potentially.
But they bumped up my credit card twice without me knowing. So they bumped it from $15,000 to $20,000, and then they bumped it from $20,000 to
It's
$20,000.
still your choice to spend, so I don't
This
really
is
care.
true.
I mean, obviously they wanted to make money off of you. They provided you the product. You're their product, though.
Why? Why give someone $20,000 because they know they're going to spend it? That's why. That's why. That's why they would give her that. And I'm not giving that to a child with diarrhea.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I need to change your mindset on this. I agree. 15,000 at 18, that is pretty crazy. You're still the one that did it, though. If we're looking back to 8 years from now and we're talking about how they gave us credit, the bank gave us credit, and that's all we're talking about, not what we did with it, that's a dangerous mindset to immediately have going into this conversation.
But they should have known better than to give an 18-year-old
Yes,
Sure, except they actually did know better. They made a lot of money off
Dexter,
of you.
come here.
Them for that.
Amoro, yes, I agree, but you are still the one that did it. It was your actions that put you into that position,
I
and
don't want to
immediately
see
going
your
and
butt.
blaming them, which there is
I would
blame
like
on
to
them
see
for
your-
offering that product to you. You immediately went
I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
on that a little more on the victim mindset
They're
versus
not
the
supposed to
I
fucking
did
tell me.
this.
But
If you were saying that at 19, I'd be okay. You're 26. This was 8 years ago.
okay.
Chew it.
I've made every payment. I haven't been late on any payments, but
Minimum monthly payment.
Yeah, but
So we don't even know what this looks like
Pants
today.
or a shirt or
It's
something.
not great.
6 years later, for Walmart curtains.
Walmart curtains?
Yeah. And I mean, other household essentials, like for a while, I was in this really bad cycle of like Navy Fed gives you this checking line of credit for $500. So I would like spend all my money and then go into this checking line of credit and then have to use my credit card. And yeah, so I mean, it kind of just got used for everything for a while there.
Why weren't you cash flowing things? Why weren't you guys following a budget? Again, were you educated on it? No, this is what happens with every American. We all go through that same experience.
Morbid.
But I want to know the why, because obviously that has not changed today, and we're talking about today.
How I got to this experience or how I'm getting to this experience.
No, why you weren't cash flowing?
What do you mean by cash flowing? Please explain.
Buying things.
With cash? Because
With
I
the-
had no cash
with
because
the
it all
money
went to
made.
bills. It all went to bills.
What were the bills, though? The bills can be different. Were they bills that you
How
put
did you-
yourself in? Or
It was like just
How did you
living
make money?
expenses. And also like I don't know what me and him never had combined
are you married again? Have we remarried?
no.
No.
Why?
Way.
I'm asking.
I
I
know.
know
married
because you're
this
someone that already
girl.
got married, so I would.
Oh no,
There's
I
a
don't
decent
ever plan
chance.
on doing that again. That was marriage is a trap.
I'm right
It is
there
a
with you.
fucking trap.
I think there's many people who are very happy. I think you just married a bad person, and you guys were 18,
19.
like dumb.
19.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
with no real life
Same
experience.
that's enough experience for me, man.
To be honest, most people can
son will
make
not
investing
eat
seem way more complicated than it should be. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the ups and downs of the market, especially if you're not sure when I can pay. You're with when you make a quality subscription.
Yes. While we watch budgeting apps, come help me sort through my vitamins while I take them. What the hell are these baby pills?
You
Yeah, I feel.
stay with the horses. Sure.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason I like animals more than people.
Uh-huh. So,
Cream.
where do you see yourself? 0 to 10. 0 being the worst finances, 10 being the best. Where do you see yourself today?
0. But
Okay.
I'm not as bad as some people. I know. Like,
Why do I give a
Me
fuck
too.
about them? Why do you have to
I don't-
compare to them?
I don't
Boom,
know.
it's not your fault at the beginning. It's not your fault at the beginning. It was the credit card people who raised it up. And now we're in a situation where, I am.
These.
But I've seen other people that are more. Who cares?
Ah,
Why does
that's
that
okay.
matter? No, that is a hard cope. That is a
That doesn't
beyond hard
help.
cope. Why does that matter? Why'd you say that?
It makes me feel better about myself.
It makes you feel better about yourself, but that doesn't get you anywhere. If you are able to say that you are okay because you're in a better position than other people, that is going to prevent you from going to the next step. That doesn't
I
get
have
you
no
anywhere. That
clue
doesn't
what
do
this
anything productive to you. It might help you fall asleep for that
Apparently it came
evening,
with this kit.
but that
I
doesn't
have no
actually make
clue
any
what this
real long-term progress.
No.
If you want your Hammer Financial
Hey,
Score,
great.
it's free. A link in the description below. And if you want to come on the show, get a nice beat and a tough love, and hang out with all of us down here in Austin,
bet,
Texas,
baby.
all you have to do is go to calebhammer.com/apply. We'd be happy to do that and get you here. So,
Iron!
you talked about this house. What's up with the house?
So
Yeah,
the
but
house,
wait,
I bought it
wait,
sight
wait.
unseen in 2020.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Why? What is up with people doing that?
I
Why
was,
would you do that?
I was kind of in a
2017?
no. 2020. I
Oh.
bought it
Okay,
in
I can't
20.
keep camera on no more.
Gosh dang it, 2022.
You said
Why is
VA?
walking around with no
yeah,
pants
yeah,
on?
VA. I bought it sight unseen. The realtor just like sent
But it's sight unseen. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing or a thing. Is that a thing for people buying stuff sight unseen? I mean, how do you know otherwise? Why do I have so many colors of pink? Wait, these are a different strength. This is insane. Who the hell prescribed me this crap? Why did I never take it?
like sent me videos, and I was like, yeah, it looks great. And like,
Where were you?
I was in North Carolina at the time
No,
Why?
because that's where I was stationed.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I sold my Jeep. I had a Jeep that I
Okay,
took out the
okay.
equity on my car to get to
I'm asking about the house.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that have to do with the house?
I mean, I sold the Jeep in order to move down to
Oh, wow,
Texas, like to get the funds to actually
To get to the house you bought,
Yeah.
you had to sell the Jeep.
yeah.
I don't
So I
think you're
could-
in a position to get a fucking house if you literally couldn't afford moving.
I mean, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. You're here on this.
She bought a house in an area that she was nowhere near. That she had to somehow get to Texas in order to. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. In order to, I have so many freaking pills that I don't even know what they're for. I literally have a fruit stand that just holds nothing but vitamins and pills at this point. Oh, look, there's a sink. Okay. And quite honestly, I would take and combine some of these bottles together if I actually knew what they were.
On this show,
Yeah.
meaning things are not good.
When I bought my house, I didn't realize like how much it was going to be to start. Like get my electricity started and get my water started and like all this other stuff. And then I had to buy windows.
I had to buy windows. Why?
Yeah.
An inspection didn't.
No, they passed inspection. I don't fucking know how though, because
what kind of inspector did you get? What do you mean? What was wrong with the windows?
So the windows that I had in my house when I first bought the house was single pane aluminum windows that literally rattled when the wind blew, and so my electric bill was exorbitant.
But you didn't need to cash flow the windows immediately.
I mean, I tried like window insulation kits, like to try and keep the heat in.
Yeah,
keep the.
I get it was brutal, but you were forced to do it immediately?
Not immediately. This was like a year after I bought the house.
So you were going into a home purchase, but didn't know that you had to turn on utilities and that cost money.
Oh wow!
What did you? What? No. Your realtor failed.
Yeah.
But you failed by not asking questions at the same time.
You didn't even have someone come and look on your behalf. I mean, come on. That would be a smart thing to do. Have someone come and at least check the house out on your behalf. That's not the realtor. I mean, really, honestly, think about it. There are people you hire to do inspections of houses. Are there not? You're hired to do an inspection on a house. They give you the God's honest truth of what's going on with this house. You? This girl doesn't seem very smart to me. I'm sorry.
How did you not know what was going on?
I was basically in the fetus position the entire fucking time.
I don't want to picture that. Why did you go into this home purchase? Why were you rushing into this so much?
Because I had just gotten out of the Marine Corps and I was like not really in the greatest of headspaces, and I was like, I'm just gonna go. I didn't know, like, I knew 2 people in Texas. That was it. And I just was like, I'm going to go to school to be a vet. I had always wanted to go to school to be a veterinarian, equine veterinarian. So I was like, I'm going to do this damn thing. I'm going to move to Texas. I'm going to go to Texas A&M. I'm going to do this.
Okay. I love that. You didn't have to buy a house to do all that though.
My thought was that it was like an investment. Cause I was like, well, this isn't going to be, I went into it knowing it wasn't going to be my forever home. But I know with it being really close to the base that's there, that there's.
If I'm buying a house, it better be my freaking forever home.
Always people coming in and out looking for places to stay, like Airbnb.
Okay, so what's the issue here?
So, what do you mean issue?
Okay. All right, so you owe $129,216.33. On this. It's a pretty cheap home.
Yeah, honestly.
With a $976.21 minimum monthly payment. It's a good payment.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, I was looking at what I was spending.
I got this. Okay? Because I am on the quest for decent miso ramen. That comes to something like this. The noodles in this suck. I don't know. The noodles in this suck. I mean, seriously, I don't even want to keep this. If I'm gonna break these things open and just take the seasoning packets out of it and the miso packets out of it, because the noodles are terrible. Just terrible. It's horrible. You have no clue how bad these things are. They taste chalky. It's not like anything like any miso ramen that I get.
Spending renting in North Carolina, and I looked at my house payment. I was like, I can actually put my money towards something for myself versus just literally just throwing it away.
Yeah.
I think that was also part of the reason why I kind of jumped.
5.7% rate. It's kind of normal where things are. I have this loan balance for $23,536 at 10%.
From Mosaic?
What the f is this? Yes, what is this for?
Yes, it's Mosaic. That's the windows. I did not do any research. I did not I literally.
What does research have to do with taking on a 10% debt? Wait, research on what? What do you mean?
Windows themselves. Like I didn't.
What does that have to do with the 10% debt?
I didn't do. I should have looked for a better rate, but I didn't.
Rate? What do you mean?
But like,
again, we had the conversation of. Did you have to do this immediately?
Well, okay.
You didn't have to do it immediately. Also, windows are expensive. Also, why didn't you get different panes?
Get ready for this because this is gonna blow y'all's mind. I was at a red light when I heard her say this crap, and you know what? She was better off having the leaky windows.
Well,
we could have done. I'm doing pane replacement at my house, and that is beyond cheaper than window replacement.
So, pane replacement. I don't think you can replace the panes on a. Do you want to see? I'll show you pictures of my windows, then you'll understand.
I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it.
It's from the 60s.
I'll take a look at it. Is what I just said.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Take a look at it, chill. He's a little stressed out.
Put it on screen for everyone.
I don't know. Where do I do that?
No. We will put it on screen for everyone.
So
yes, it's old windows. I had this in my 70s condo.
Yeah.
So mine were 10 years newer. It sucks. I get it. It's just, but you're really trying to figure.
I had that first $600 electricity bill, and I was like, "What the, dude?
That's brutal.
I can't do this." And so
then you couldn't buy a house.
The payment.
You couldn't buy a
payment for the loan is what I'm saving on my electric.
No.
You are not taking a.
The payment for the windows is what she's saving on her electric bill. I want to let y'all have that sink in.
Count the interest that is accruing. You are going to probably pay more over time.
Well,
we're getting a 10%.
That's over time. I'm not really concerned about overtime.
Well, then you're not going to get anywhere over time. What's your retirement at today?
What is FSS?
I had a TSP through the military that I pulled when I.
So f- you. Overtime matters. Overtime. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about your future when we're talking about a house. We're talking about overtime. If we're talking about a house, we're not talking about now. When we talk about real estate, we talk about overtime. Real estate's not a 1-year game. Real estate's not a 3-month game.
Well, I wanted new windows, so I got new windows.
There it is. You spoke the truth on the situation. Instead of trying to justify your way out of it, you spoke the truth. The electricity bill probably sucked. The rattling probably sucked. You couldn't afford to buy a house, so we sure the couldn't afford what you did on the windows. And yes, you could have gotten new panes.
Well,
if you talk to a contractor, I know you did. And now when did you get the new windows?
February of 24. So actually
a year ago.
A year ago.
$23,536.65.
How much will I bet this for those people that came up to the house and went, "Hey, listen, we can offer you a good deal on your windows. This one and this one and this one." Occurring interest?
65 cents still owed on it.
Yeah.
At a 10% interest rate with a minimum monthly payment of $336. What's your energy bill today?
Like $300.
Okay, so you said it was $500, and this minimum monthly payment makes up for it. No, it doesn't. Combine them both together, you're at $316. No, you're under by $136. So again, you're just yes, but you lost it. You said you made up it. You're not making up it. You're under. So you've lost money.
$100.
Yes, but you lost. But no. That's not the point. That's not the point. Hey, listen. You tit. Listen. Yep. I'm concerned you don't know what I'm talking about. You specifically told me this loan's okay because of the difference between the electricity bill between then and now. I have actually saved money when in fact you're actually losing an additional $136. You said you made the difference. You're not breaking even. You're down 136. You're not breaking even. You're down 136. Compared to the 500, guess what? Huh?
She put herself further in the hole by doing that.
Guess what, cowgirl? Huh? 27% extra on top of that, plus the 10% interest. So in reality, you lost 37%. That was incorrect what you said. Incorrect.
It's like $100. $100 is like, it's not insignificant, but like in the grand scheme of things.
Not insignificant? What are you talking about, not insignificant?
Okay, so I spend. Okay,
you have no respect for the fucking dollar. Is this because?
It makes sense in my brain.
Listen. You have a disability that came from the military.
Yeah.
So because of that, money is coming in. I don't have a problem with that. But because it is money that you are not working for, I think you have lost the value of the dollar. And I think because of that, you're saying $100 is nothing. $100 in a
This is why people who are always on Section 8 and always on webfolk do not understand the concept of a dollar. But they're always given money. They do not always like to work for their dollars. Unlike nice ladies that lurk down at the strip clubs.
$100 in a position of someone making $1,200 a month from their actual work is huge. $137
I make like $1,400
up. You make
Let us praise the hardworking strippers.
1,400 of your 136 extra of your 14. By the way, that's like a minimum monthly debt payment, a substantial minimum monthly debt payment. That is almost 10%. That is almost 10% of your income. You're saying that's insignificant? 10% of your income? 10% of your income? I want you to invest 20% of your income in order to get to a good place by retirement. You're saying 10% is insignificant?
Get me out of this debt and I will.
No.
Get me out of this debt and I will.
That's not the point, you tit. Again, that is not the point. I am saying 10% is significant. If I want you to invest 20%, you're saying half of that doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. You're trying to justify your want. All right, guys, this is super exciting for this financial audit channel.
Yeah, so she literally is just, she wanted new windows and she's trying to justify the fact that she wanted new windows, which is perfectly okay if you want new windows, but only if you have the money to do it. She, on the other hand, did not have any money to do that. And she went ahead and put herself more in debt due to it. But the main thing is, she's trying to say that she's breaking even and having new windows, but she's not. She has an interest rate that is going up, causing her loan to go up, and she has a monthly payment that is actually more than breaking even.
Into a house, I really do. Trust me, people don't even like that real estate as a part or a major part of the Hammer Financial Score, but it's important to me. So for my score, I put it there. I like real estate. I want you to get into real estate. You couldn't. You couldn't. If you couldn't afford to start the utilities, you couldn't afford the house. If you couldn't afford to move to the house, you couldn't afford the house. If you can't afford just the basic maintenance that comes with the house, you couldn't afford the house.
I made a mistake. I'm going to show you what I made a mistake on. I sometimes make sodas for Dexter. I use club soda. No, she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand the concept of paying off her debt first. All right, so they didn't have club soda at the store. So I bought tonic water. What the hell is in this? This has a strange taste to it. I can't flavor this enough to even make it seem normal. What do you do with this? I ask you seriously, what do you do with tonic water?
It is as easy as that.
The house has gained like $30,000 in value.
You're lucky on that. That is market moving. That is not something you did.
No, I know it. Well, I mean, I know it's not something that I directly did.
Exactly.
But I bought the house. So.
It could have equally at the same time gone down 30% in value depending on the year. Military bases, sometimes they close. Colleen, that would be a crazy one to
That
close.
would be insane.
It would be insane, but say we entered a massive recession and they're looking for places to cut back. Again, they typically spend more during a recession anyway, so probably not. But
Doesn't war usually bring us out of like that too? Like recessions and stuff? Like historically, like World War II brought us out of the Great Depression.
mixed here and there. Depends on the economist you speak to. I don't really care.
Okay.
What I do care about is that you're accruing interest of $45. You're at a 10% interest rate. Literally just the windows. How much did you borrow for this?
The entire thing. 25,000. I want to say around 25,000.
So what is the payment term on this? If it's 25,000 from a year ago and you're only down to 23.5, the fuck you 106 payments remaining? Good.
What is that?
I'm typing into my calculator.
I don't know.
It's 9 more years.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, that's not. It's not as bad.
Okay.
As I thought it was.
That's okay to you. That's acceptable.
I mean, it's better than what I expected. It's not acceptable. It's better than what I expected. So it's better than expectation. I have a
Well, it
very
doesn't
bad.
fucking matter anyway, because I go to this next one and it's just a loan. You literally borrowed $1,350, but then financed on top of that. The finance charge on top of that was $1,115.73. That's fucking crazy. Plus the origination
Is that
fee.
the older one or is that the newer one?
How the fuck would I know? You are supposed to tell me that.
I know,
What
there's
side of the
two from
table
the
are we
same.
on?
There's two from the same.
I don't know. This one's from 6/6/24/22.
How many things do you have?
Is that
Okay,
the
so
older or newer?
That was the one that I took out for the house when I first moved to turn on utilities.
You know,
And everything.
You borrowed 30% for the fucking starting utilities.
Yeah.
This was the dumbest real estate. Just like real estate can tank you or it can take you. You got tanked. And you bragged about a $30,000 increase in value. That's how much your debt was for the fucking windows. And
Yeah,
that,
no, it levels. It breaks
no,
even.
it doesn't, because you are.
breaks even.
No, it doesn't. You're laughing about that. What are you laughing about, huh?
I don't know.
No, what are you laughing about?
It's
Huh? What are you fucking laughing about while I'm trying to make a point?
Because
Huh?
it breaks even.
Does it? You have 10% interest on it. What do you think 10% of $30,000 is? Is that breaking even? No. Stop being a giggly little something that's not taking this seriously.
Of course she's not taking
This
it
is your house. This
seriously.
is your life. This actually
Wait
fucking matters.
until they get into the horse.
Answer my damn questions and go through this conversation with me.
Wait until she
Instead of
gets
trying
into
to
the
make something a cutesy little joke, okay?
Okay. You're gonna love the next one then.
horse. Oh God! Why would she say that?
So you know those windows that I borrowed
Shut the
on?
fuck off. I haven't even written this down yet. I'm trying to figure out your owed balance on this.
Okay.
Do you know your owed balance on this currently?
I think that one is less than $1,000. It's like 900 something.
$900 on the utility startup loan.
Yeah.
At 26.83% interest. $900 owed on it. We'll say. I'm actually going to round it to 200 because you said less than 1,000, so I'll just do 1,000.
Okay.
Okay, so minimum monthly payment, it looks like on this is $41.08. Yes?
Yeah.
And this was just to start utilities.
Yeah.
So,
It didn't look as bad because it was only $41 a month.
oh, I guess I missed a debt loan. What is this?
I have one that was like $1,200 and one that was $1,500. The $1,200
With the
one,
mosaic?
the mosaic was the windows.
Okay.
Lakeview is my mortgage.
Oh, wait, what is this? Why does this say horse?
Oh,
Oh, you have a horse. Is this, you have a horse debt. What is a horse debt? What is a fucking horse debt? Is it debt for a medical or is this for the even horse itself?
it's for the horse itself.
200 monthly payments, $200 for the horse itself?
Mhm.
The fuck is the horse? What do you mean? Is this a car?
No, it's,
What are you talking about?
so I
Although it does contain horsepower, she's actually talking about animals. Yes. Yes, my friends. She's talking about actual animals.
bought the horse
When did
from
you
a
get
friend.
this? From a friend?
Yeah, in
What's the
July. And
For how much?
4,500.
Oh, you're lucky it's 0%.
Yeah, I am lucky on that one, but yeah, so 4,500 for her, and it's $200 monthly payments. And I was also able to work off some of it. So I bought it from the guy that owns the ranch that I board my horses at. So when I first bought her, I was able to do some work around the ranch and work some of it off.
A horse on
as
credit.
well, like almost $200 of it. But I did the math the other day, and I should be owing him for like 22 months from
Okay,
time
so
from
you
the
make
beginning.
$1,400 of earning income on a monthly basis. Let's look up. I have some stats here. Horse. Guess what? Obviously, they live 25 years.
Yeah.
On average, how old is the horse?
She's 7.
Okay, so 7. But guess what? Yearly average maintenance for a horse is $15,800. And you have one or two?
I've had the one since she was 14, or since I was 14. So I've had her since I was a kid.
$15,000 a year for yearly maintenance on the horse. She has 2, so that's $30,000 a year for maintenance on a horses. 2 horses. 2. How much is it for a dog?
So her expenses to me like don't even matter. Like they are priceless. I don't even.
But they are priced.
They
You
are
make
priced,
money.
but
You
like-
have goals you're trying to get to, and you couldn't start utility payments, and you can't afford anything related to your house.
Yeah.
So I think it is price and life impact, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mhm.
So $15,800 for one horse, but you have 2. That's fucking insane. So your average maintenance of the horse on a monthly or annual basis, annual,
Yeah.
is $31,600. If you didn't have the military, if you didn't have the
Oh
so,
no! I'm
so
very
over their
grateful to
lifetime,
have
that is $79,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
$79,000.
Yeah. And they're
That's like $200 to $500 in veterinary care. Feeding's $1,200 to $2,500.
Mhm.
Health care is $400 to $800, and boarding is $3,000 to $12,000.
yeah.
That of the 25 years, or if let's just talk about, we already know you're losing money. We already know you're in horrible debt. We already know that even the equity you gain in your house, it doesn't even matter because of your window loan debt. And then your utility debt, which you paid an extra $1,500 just to be able to turn on utilities. And extra, you paid a fee of $1,500 to turn on utilities, by the way, is how that works out. But let's just say this. Let's think about lost money. Lost money and lost time.
Right.
So $31,600 a year, right? Over the course of 25 years. You take that. Let's say I invest it. I open Moomoo, my investing app that I use.
Okay,
$31,600 a year, 10% return, S&P 500. Over the course of 25 years. Okay, so what's your lost money? You essentially lost, and I'm not saying you can't have a horse, but in your position with no retirement, actually pulling money out of retirement, which I need to know more about, you lost $3,107.
Okay.
How much?
I heard this
It's a good
saying.
thing to laugh
I heard
at.
this saying once. It's you know how you make a small fortune with horses?
Nope.
You start with a large one.
Yes, a lot of money.
Major channel announcement.
And
Budgeting.
she knew this. And she had heard this saying, but it never occurred to her that it would actually be the truth. Now.
Joke. Because in the end, that is what your life is right now. A joke. You're set up with incredible benefits where you have this for disability. I know it's for something. It's not like
I
it's
mean, with those
like for
benefits,
nothing.
I was
Shut
able
the
to
fuck up.
get
I am
the house.
talking, lady.
So I mean,
No, I am talking.
it's not like I'm squandering.
No, I am talking. I am saying you got the opportunity where you get the benefits. Obviously, yes, it is because of the thing that you are receiving. Something that happened, but $3,800. Okay, you have that on a monthly basis forever, and you got access to a VA loan. But you're squandering it by getting into a home that has increased in value, but you're not able to realize because you have actually lost money via the interest on the loans that you have taken out, and because of the loans you have taken out, you are then putting money into horses that you cannot afford because you really don't make much money, and you are losing any opportunity for investing on that money because you are throwing half of your salary after benefits a year to horses. And then you pulled out of your TSP. Tell me why, when, what?
So I pulled out of my TSP. I pulled my entire TSP. It was like $1,200 when I moved.
You got rid of your retirement.
Look at the move.
That and that other loan.
She's for fuck's
It was like
sake.
$2,400 altogether.
This house.
But it's my first house. Like it's
What?
It's Senate.
What the fuck do I give a shit about
I
that?
don't
Why
know.
do I
It's
care?
just-
First house, guys. I'm allowed to get my life ruined because it's my first.
Oh. She drained her retirement, took out a loan, and that was just to move. Oh my god.
First house. What the fuck does that even mean? What are you even trying to say? What are you
don't know.
possibly trying to say right now?
People fuck up.
People do fuck up. You fucked up over a 30-year loan.
Yeah. Well, that's
Multi-$100,000
shit.
You're not doing anything
I don't know.
to fix it. I don't know what you're talking about. Your miscellaneous purchases alone were in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars in this last month. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's better than it
you
was.
say you want to fix this. You have these horses that cost $30,000 a year to maintain.
Yeah. My spending was better.
You make $60,000 a year with your benefits. I don't know what you're talking about trying to fix it. You are keeping these anchors of your
Where's
life. You
basic
essentially have
calendar?
$30,000 a year to play with. If we use
I'm not getting rid of my horses.
I'm not even saying that necessarily, but of the $30,000 a year, that equals $2,500 net left in your bank account. Of the, what was your mortgage, like $900?
Yeah.
Right?
$975.
$975. So of the $2,500 that you have net on a monthly basis, your mortgage is your cheap mortgage.
Good for
To be
you,
clear,
Max.
Yeah.
cheap mortgage is taking up 40% of your leftover money. That's fucking crazy. It would be more like 25% of your money before. But since 50,
Something you should probably know, Sue Bear. I don't know. Do you? I'm not sure if you're the one who lives in the U.S. or does not live in the U.S. But Section 8 is not exactly open to the public like that, especially here in Florida. There's a lot of that you have to get on. It's a really big thing. Honestly, she shouldn't have bought the house to begin with. She could have just done something. Yeah, Matt, you were very lucky for that. But Section 8 isn't like something like that. Super, it isn't. It's hard to explain exactly what it is because I can't explain to you exactly. Okay. All right. A fun fact about Section 8 that I told someone at work, and I found this out too. Section 8 pays for basically your monthly rent. Okay. They now have a program. Where people can use their Section 8 to purchase houses so that the Section 8 pays their mortgage payment instead of paying for like rent. Well, she's on a disability list, so she does have a qualification for that. But Section 8 isn't exactly opened right now. Like I said, you have to get on a lotto to even do that. I mean, some people I know who actually got on the lotto have been waiting about 30 years until something opens up.
50% of your income is dedicated to horses. You're not getting to the goals you told me at the beginning. You're not. Because you're having horses, we're doing horse girl math over the reality of
That's
life.
what I want to do with the
It's
rest
what
of
you
my life.
want to do, but
You got to start somewhere.
it is what you want to do.
Yeah.
You are limiting your being able to get to what you want to do because you're trying to rush there to feel
I wanna
good.
be there like tomorrow.
But you're not.
You can't.
So you're never going to. It is as easy as that. Those of us that rush to get to our goals without actually following a plan to get there that is realistic never reach them. And you're making it so I care more about your goals than you do. When did you get the other horse? The original horse, Horse OG.
Oh, OG, I got her in 2012.
It's fucking crazy. You do not leave this building until you download the Simpler Budget app.
I already did.
You get premium forever because you're a guest on the show, so you better fucking utilize it. But the crazy thing is, I bet if we put in there, we'll see 40% of our money just in the fucking horse category, which is insane because it's automatic connections and all this. You guys get 2-week trial, but that's crazy. That's crazy that we would open it up your budget app and we'd see 40% towards horses. That's we can giggle about it, but that's fucking losing everything. It is losing every goal that you want to get to.
Not if my goal involves the horses that I have.
Wonderful. Tell us more about that.
My board and what it costs to feed my horses and everything a month is like $1,200, $1,500 a month.
Is that everything, or is there more into it than that?
So
what does it cost? What is it costing you on a monthly basis?
So for like hay, it's like $250. For grain, it's $250. That's and then their supplement is $200. It's like $100 a month for the two of them. So it's like $100. So it's $200 over 2 months. And then my board is $125 a head. So I have 2 heads, so that's $250.
No.
And then my $200 payment on top of that for the one horse. So, and then
plus vet care.
So yeah, and then every 6 to 8 weeks, they have to get their hooves trimmed. And so the son of the owner of the ranch, he does my feet for my horses, and that's $250 a month.
You don't have this money. You have debt. We have debt. You're paying off from Windows from a year ago. You're still paying Windows for a year ago with 10%. You're still paying. You moved into your house, what, a year ago?
No, 2 years ago. Almost 3 years ago.
That makes it worse because you moved into your house 3 years ago, and you are still paying on your literal bill to start the utilities, and we're focusing on thousands of dollars a month for horse
priorities, man.
Yeah, your priorities. That's what I'm saying, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Your life matters, but maybe not to you. Of which, what the is the point?
There's also going to be other stuff added because, like, I'm really trying to get a truck and trailer by the end of the year.
No?
Yes.
How much does that cost?
Well, so I'm looking at trucks that are like less than 10,000 because that's like the only thing that I can afford.
You have no desire to actually meet the goals that we talked about at the beginning. You're never going to get there. You're never going to get there.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think I
can. How do you not know? You're never going to get there.
I think I can.
How?
Explain
the math.
I don't know. I just
You don't know?
I just have determination.
That determination does not do. That is not how that works. That is not how that works.
I think I can. I think I can. Isn't that how it works?
Shut the up. It is not funny. I am trying to get you to your goal. Stop being a dumb. Listen to me and explain to me how you're actually going to get there. Please tell me.
So the idea was like, I get this horse, right? And this horse has potential due to like her bloodlines and also like her athleticism and everything. So she has potential to do some really cool things. So my thought process was to.
Okay, listen, I've tried looking this word up, Matt. Try looking this work up. My friend does his own fairer work. What is fairer? Have to do with the horses? Please tell me, because I don't know.
To buy her and train her and then go and show her and win money.
And how's that gone?
Well, I mean, I need to train her first, which
And how's that gone?
not horrible actually. I need to go to these clinics, which clinics are also extremely expensive.
It's fucking price to
Like-
press to make
Yeah,
money,
like,
to maybe
for
make money.
Some of the small ones, it's like $500. For some of the bigger ones, it can be like in the thousands.
Oh.
But yeah, and then after that, then I get her trained. I go.
For what? I know. Okay, now I got you. It's horseshoes. Okay. You know, in the back of my mind, that's what I was thinking, but I couldn't exactly. No.
I go to these clinics. But I need a truck and trailer to be able to do all of that. Like at the end of the day, a truck and trailer, like.
But you're talking about
kind of
what are you
like-
talking about earning conservatively? What are
Well,
you talking about? Hey, no.
I really don't know.
Then why the fuck are you doing it if you don't know?
Because
Because it's not an answer. Tell me the why. Huh?
I don't have a number, but it's
Well, you should have a number. If you're investing $10,500 into it plus $30,000 a year plus the payment to get into these fucking shows, you should probably have at least a little bit of a number. I don't invest into anything if I don't at least have a little bit of a number, and then I go on the conservative side. So what the fuck are you telling me?
What level?
What is it called? What are you going to be in? What levels are going to be called? Let's do a little bit of research. Tell me.
So it's okay. The world of horses is vast. my
I'm
friend.
sure it
World
is.
of
How would you
horses
give me
is
something to
vast.
work with?
So like do a cutting clinic.
And what would it be called for you to make that money?
What do you mean?
So you pay to get into the clinic, right?
Yeah,
You
and
told
that's
me.
that's to teach my horse, but it's be like a cutting
no.
show.
Oh,
So then you have different levels.
You get
like,
paid to be in the show. Do you get paid based on the
winnings.
results of the show?
It's winnings.
Okay. So a cutting show.
You can also
How
get
much you to
sponsors
win?
and stuff, much like you were talking
What level is your horse at?
right now. Well, right
What
now,
level would it
she's
be
in
at?
kindergarten right now.
What level would it be at in
I
this
don't
winning?
know. It depends on how many clinics I
You're
can
not
go
able
to.
to give me a fucking answer for us to at least.
Because there's so many hypotheticals.
Yeah, but hypotheticals does not. So many hypotheticals does not work in the world of like investing. We want at least an idea of what we're trying to get to.
Okay, so like a couple.
I base my investments off of historic returns, or I base my investments based on like when we invested in the budget app, it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. We based it on what we think we could get in terms of what could we actually build with that. Would people actually want to use it? And of the people that want to use it, how many people are willing to support us? We were able to kind of come up with a conservative number, and we're like, okay, it is worth it to do this. So we figured that out. What would you possibly make in a normal world? How often?
I don't know. Like if I go like once a month, and if I win like first place at some of the, I don't.
What places make money?
I don't know. I need to learn about the world.
So you're investing into this without even learning.
Not
first.
necessarily.
This is your plan. This is your plan. All right? This is your plan to do this, to make money. This is what you want to do in life, but you have done no research. You have done no research. You have looked at nothing.
Professor, I know something.
Come
It's a
on.
different. So I've been in the horse world since I was 8 years old. So it's not that I don't know anything about the horse world. It's I don't know about this specific side of the horse world. Like I could tell you about like barrel racing, but I'm not trying. I don't want to do barrel racing.
You need to tell me about the thing you want to do. How are you not able to talk to me about
because
what
I haven't
you want to
gotten
do?
there yet.
But
Like,
you're willing to invest $10,500 into it and a one-time purchase with the horse with the trailer, and then you're willing to do $30,000 a year on the horses. And then you're willing to spend time on training, which is the opportunity cost away from your work.
The truck
and
is
career.
like the truck is like a must. Like I am going to be getting.
See,
a
they
truck by
don't
the
even
end of
know.
the year.
The internet doesn't even know. What are you referring to? Haircutting, timber, logging?
She's going to get a truck no matter what because she has no vehicle.
Meat cutting? What is it?
What do you mean? Meat
Oh,
cutting?
I said hour. That's why.
Yeah, but so like the truck is a must because I need like I was late today because I was waiting on somebody else
you
to
were.
go get
And now I'm
hay.
late for the people who are subscribed to this for the live session that I'm doing.
Yeah, like I was late today because of freaking I need to borrow other people's trucks to go get hay or food for my freaking horses. Like
She has no way.
the
to
truck is a
bring
must.
food.
Like that will be happening by the end of the year.
Price pool is like 5,000, maybe 2,000. It really depends. Obviously, it can range high, and this is for like second place. Entry fees are 500, so you're buying for the chance to win. So there's
So basically, the horse, if it wins, just pays for its upkeep for that month.
not only that, but you're buying entry into these competitions.
Yeah.
Jeez, for fuck's sake, this is a.
That's
want.
why I want to.
You're doing this as a want. You're doing this as a want, not a businesswoman.
I've also thought about doing like a small breeding operation,
sorry.
but that takes money to
Small
start up.
breeding
Also.
Exactly,
operation?
and you probably have
A
no
small
data or
breeding
anything
operation.
around it that you're able to speak on adequately enough for us to determine.
A small breeding operation. There's no such thing as a small breeding operation. I'm sorry, no.
If the money you are willing to invest into it actually makes fucking sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
I really don't really care at this point. Like, it's kind of
Then
just
why?
my dream.
Then why the fuck are you here? Then why the fuck am I wasting my time with the conversation with you?
Because I want to make it work.
Make what work? Because I don't support this. Make what work? I don't support this at all.
I don't know. Like,
This is a hobby.
It's
For you.
It's what I want to do with.
But you're not able to speak on how you're able to make it work for the rest of your life. And if you can't even say a literal
Details.
number, we can't talk about the rest of your life.
I'm not.
The details. Have a plan. Explain how this is going to go. You can't do that. You can't do that. Right now, the image that we have on screen, this stop screen, okay? This is her. This is my dream. I am going to envision it into reality. No. No. You have to have a plan. It must be detailed. Like, for instance, I know my plan sucks, but I'm not going to tell you all my plan. My plan sucks. So,
I'm not.
If I am more educated on what you can make out of a competition than you, someone who doesn't give a then this shouldn't even be a consideration for you.
I'm not. I may have put the wagon before the horse a little bit on this one, no pun intended. But I don't think. I think I can do it.
How many times have you made that joke in your life?
I mean,
But you dropped that one daily.
I became a Marine, so I told myself I thought I could do that, and I did. So I think I can do that. I told myself that I could buy a house, and I did.
You did, but look where you're at. You still lost money, even though you've gained $30,000 in equity. That doesn't happen for most people. You've done it the wrong way. You can't sell the house and still make a profit today.
Well, you gotta learn somehow.
No, you learn through education beforehand. We're doing a real estate course next. I don't think it's out by the time this video goes out, but that's what you would have needed. You get the debt class, you get the investing class, you get all the classes. Make sure you go through them. And the budgeting class, especially for you, because this is a fucking mess. Go through them. You get it for free and come back on the follow-up channel and prove it.
Okay. Challenge?
Well,
Pinky promise?
over 10,000 people have taken our debt class, and people literally out there in the audience, people have turned their lives around. So take it.
Okay.
it's going to get worse.
Oftentimes, people don't take classes and take them as seriously if they get them for free. Usually there's like if I pay, I forgot what it's called, but when people pay for something, they're more likely to do it and do it efficiently and actually learn from it. Mm-hmm. So there is that like psychological element behind it. So don't fuck it up. Unfortunately for you, I don't have a horse class, but maybe you should take one because you obviously have no idea what the fuck you're talking about for this as a career. You look the part, but you can't talk the part.
Flying by the seat of my pants, dude.
What do I do with that? What can I do? Tell me what you want from me. Because I feel like I'm wasting my fucking time right now, and I haven't felt that in quite a long time, and it's pissing me.
Really?
I want to.
They better. Hopefully, they're still learning something, or at very least entertained. But I'm not entertained. I'm pissed.
I
Can't really-
I don't know.
You can't tell me what you want.
I want to be better financially.
But you won't listen to me or answer questions.
Well,
and you joke about everything and laugh everything off like it's a joke.
Well, so the horse thing is kind of a non-negotiable thing.
But that's everything. That is 50% of your income. There is nothing that is 50% of our income that we cannot consider.
He's gonna go for so many microphones this year. They're gonna have to start a counter.
Non-negotiable when we're talking about fixing our financial life.
Then I'll work more.
No. You're working 30 hours a week and you said, I'm grinding. I'm working my ass off. You work 30 hours a week. You can't work more. I know you. I internalize your language. Trust me, even though you piss me off, I hear what you say. And I base everything I say off of what you say. Okay. And you specifically said at the beginning of the conversation that you grind, you work a lot. I work my ass off. You work 30 hours a week. Shut the f
okay,
up.
That
it might be hard while you're there.
Horse stuff on top of that.
By choice, not work.
But it's work if I.
But you would have to take time away from that to work more, and the horse is non-negotiable.
The time thing is a little bit different, but like
$30,000 a month is non-negotiable to someone that's making $60,000 a year. You have no respect for the money because you are on the disability. The disability, I'm not complaining about that. I need to make that clear because people will cry about it in the comments.
It is accurate. It puts me in a very
because you just get it no matter what. You have no respect for the dollar.
Yeah, it puts me in a very privileged position.
You're willing to just blow it.
Oh, because I got knowledge.
What is this? Upstart. 21.59% interest.
That was
okay. So you borrowed $1,500.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's about 2.5. Okay. What's left on this? Monthly payment of $41.08. What's left?
Probably not. I mean, it's only a year old, so there's still a good chunk of it, or 2 years.
I think I know which one.
No, it should be a year.
You don't know how much is left?
Check.
I'm gonna guess it's like $1,000. Okay, so $1,000. Let's just say, just to be safe. 1,300?
Yeah, I want to say
okay. What was this for? What was this for?
So, my windows were on auto payment.
Are we back to the windows again?
Yeah. So my
windows.
My windows were on auto payment, and I didn't realize that I had a payment that didn't get made. Like the auto payment bounced, and so I just kept on my merry way with my life. And later, I was like, "Well, I feel like I have more money in my account than I should."
Never had a conversation this long about windows.
And then I looked at my account, and I was like $800, $900 behind on my windows. And so to make up for that, instead of accruing the late fees and everything, I took out a personal loan and paid off what I owed, and then now I'm just paying off the.
Is the 21% interest on this over the course of the multi-year process of this loan? About what is it? A 4-year, 5-year loan, 6-year loan, something like that? Whatever. Is that really less than one-time late payment?
I did the math at the time. I did the math at the time, and it was like ridiculous dollar amounts a day, something.
Hey, you! Look at me! My job is to sit right here and be. Actually, white end product.
You
can afford anything you do. Guess what? If you didn't spend $30,000 a year on fucking horses, and also you're just a horse fucking collector at this point. You know what's crazy?
I only have 2.
Shut the fuck up! You won't let me finish my point. The fact is, you had one. You really couldn't afford one because you couldn't afford the house, you couldn't afford the movie, you couldn't afford the windows, you couldn't even afford the payments on the windows. So obviously you couldn't afford one horse. So you decided to get a second horse.
As an investment.
Meaning it's not though for you because you can't even describe how it will return on its investment in a financial way. You're not. You probably can, and other people might be able to say, and that's not a return on investment if we're actually talking finances. But the fact that you can't describe it means it's broken.
I'm kind of just
So it
leaving it
doesn't
open.
matter. Shut the
like-
up. I am talking. So in the reality of the situation, you got a second horse when you couldn't even afford the first horse because you couldn't afford the house or anything wrong with it. You can't afford the second horse. You can't afford the first horse. You can't afford your life right now. But that didn't matter the first time. So what is stopping us from saying, you know what? I've had fun with this. Now I need to take my fun to the next level because I know how hobbies work. We always just keep going further and further down the hobby. Yours is just more. So all of a sudden, let's add another $15,000 a year expense via another horse. Technically, we can afford it. Our disability covers it. So you're going to end up with a third horse a year and a half from now. You're never going to have retirement. You're never going to be able to sell your house because you're always going to be underwater on it by the loans you take out in order to pay the minimum payments on the loans you already did take out because you couldn't afford to get the house in the first place. You are never going to be in a financial well spot. I know how people like you work unless you completely change this around. But guess what? You said the biggest thing in there is a non-negotiable. So what the are we talking about? Nothing is what we're talking about. It's bull. This conversation's bullshit.
No, it's horse.
Well,
got anything to say?
No, not really. I mean, man, I'm making progress. I'm doing better than I was. So
The bed.
I would love to see proof.
you would
of
have had
that.
an aneurysm if you would have seen my.
I'm having an
finances.
aneurysm now.
Oh, would have been like an aneurysm times two.
No,
Would've been bad.
no, he's still.
You would have seen this like.
Yet.
Everyone on this show says they're doing better. That's what happens with every single person. I don't believe you for a single second. I bet you have 2 weeks of doing slightly better because you're preparing to come on the show, and to you that is I'm doing better. When in the historical world of what's going to happen from here months from now after the fire from under your ass is a little bit depleted, you're going to be back to where you were again. And 2 weeks of progress will have meant nothing.
What should I?
So this is a personal loan in order to make the payments on the loan that we took out in order to get the windows that we didn't need on the house we couldn't afford to get.
Yeah.
What a train of loans. It's great. Fucking human centipede of loans. Okay, so what is this? What is this?
I don't know. What is it?
The creditor is Cross River Bank. You borrowed $1,080 with a finance charge of $549. What is this?
I don't even know.
What is this for? It's another Upstart loan, but what is it for?
I think
$1,080 you borrowed. But
I
the
think
20
I forget. I needed something.
I'm getting better, guys.
I don't know. I needed something. I forgot what it was for.
Hey?
It was for something that I needed. I wouldn't have done it for nothing.
You can't even speak. Not only can you not talk of what you can make on this hobby that you're in, you can't even talk about the money you've already spent. Good. How have you made it this far? I asked that a lot, and I'm just as serious now as I am then.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. Yeah. I don't know.
Waste of fucking time.
Not the first time I've heard that one.
What is wrong with you?
You can't get mad at me for laughing at that one because they're laughing at that one back there too.
It's because you look like an idiot.
She has a house, Sue Bear.
Take the spotlight off of you for a while.
You cannot tell me what this was for. That you borrowed in October, a year previous this last October.
She's shut
I think it had
down.
something to do with the horses.
She's shut down.
I know.
You have
So,
two things.
October last year, my horse had to
Not
get X-rays.
last year, a year before this October.
X-rays.
This past October.
So not this.
It was
past.
October 2020. Oh, no. Sorry, it was this past October. Yes.
My horse had to get X-rays.
So obviously you cannot afford the horse if we are financing what needs to be done on a horse at 17.54%. And that's still a non-negotiable?
Yeah.
You're fucking broken then financially. You're done. You're done. There is no conversation to be had.
Hi, Daddy.
I'm trying to think of another way to get through to you so I don't just walk away. But I'm not seeing it right now. You're fucking done,
Sorry.
dude.
Come again? Come back here and start that again. You have kind of a lot. Why does it have a little bit? What has a little bit? Listen, just relax. Just relax. You're good. You're good.
You're not willing to negotiate on something that you objectively cannot afford. This is embarrassing.
For you, not for me.
No, why would I be embarrassed? I don't give. This isn't
embarrassing
impacting my
for
life.
me.
It should be. It's embarrassing that it's not, because this is horrible. You have two things that you rushed into: the horses in the house, and all of your debts have related to them so far. This is as easy as it gets compared to other people. Other people, so many things have happened that have gotten them in debt. You just didn't need to try to rush into a house, and you just didn't need to have your wants of horses, and you'd be totally fine.
So
you would have been totally
fine. The horse. So the first horse, the first horse that I've had since I was 14, that was kind of like pushed onto me. That was not necessarily a thing that like
you could have sold it if you really wanted to.
I'm not. So you're gonna sell your childhood dog? You're telling me you're gonna sell your childhood dog?
You said
that's the equivalent
on you.
Yes, it was pushed on me.
That's different.
Yeah, because so she was up north, up in Minnesota,
and also the reality is, unfortunately, people do have to surrender their pets when they cannot afford them. It is a sad reality, and you can't afford yours.
Selling my childhood horse.
So how is it forced upon you?
Because the people that had her up there where she was when I was like in the Marine Corps and everything, they were getting ready to like
downsize. You're in the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
This is not your childhood horse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you this, lady, but the horse isn't a child. All right? And you cannot afford the horse, which means you cannot take care of the horse. Which it's sad that the horse will have to go to someone else. But in the greater scheme of things, everyone will be better off.
Yeah, I've had her since I was 14 years old.
What? Why are you saying in the Marine Corps?
I didn't have so I got her when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
I left for the Marine Corps at 18.
Okay.
She stayed with people up north while I was in the Marine Corps.
Who the fuck allowed you to get a horse at 14?
It was
some irresponsible parents. It should have been them. It should have been your parent that took on the horse responsibility.
Well, my dad is
visited.
My dad is not.
Then he's being irresponsible. You do not put that on a 25-year plan
so it's not
of something
my
that
dad.
is beyond
It's
expensive onto a 14-year-old child.
My dad. So I had the horse, right? The neighbors that had the horse, they were like, "Hey, we're trying to get rid of some of our horses because we're trying to move down to Florida to take care of our parents, all this other stuff." And so they were like, here's your horse. Take her." And like, yeah, they kind of just didn't.
I would have put her back with Dad.
My dad doesn't have any horse stuff.
Then he shouldn't have been able to buy you a horse at 14.
He didn't buy me a horse.
So how'd you get it at 14?
How did you get it?
My neighbors bought the horse and I leased it from them. Like it was my horse.
Yeah, but someone allowed you to at 14, i.e. your dad.
Yeah.
At 14.
Yeah, I worked with my grandma to make some money.
And they shouldn't have allowed you to commit to something of 25 years long at 14. That costs this much money.
Why? Horses, like.
That costs this much money. It's not about it being a horse. It's you are required to pay $15,000 a year for 25 years. And you're.
Okay. First, the father of this child. Really? Are you out of your freaking mind? Who the heck said that? I mean, seriously, she couldn't even drive the horse to a clinic. What made you think that would be a good idea for her to lease a horse?
And you're committed to that at 14. That is irresponsible of the parent, unless the parent is willing to take responsibility for it.
Yeah, so like when it came to vet stuff and whatever, they would pay for most of it, but I was still responsible.
Sure, well, you were 14, but you were still required to for the rest of the 20 years once you graduated.
And I still had to pay show entry fees and everything when I was 14 also, and all that other stuff. So it's so I think that's why I'm going back to this all like one horses.
It's your fault for a lot of the
it's a
mistakes you
passion.
have. It was your dad's fault for not being
But
responsible and
it's
allowing you to get this.
what
You were
I
14, you
know.
weren't able to make the choice.
It's
You
what I
wanted it.
know.
It is the parents' responsibility to say no or to deal with it in a different way and take you to ride horses somewhere else instead of you getting a horse that you would have to commit to for the next 25 years of 14. I have nothing wrong with getting a horse, but there needs to be different levels here. The dad should be able to take care of it. You cannot put a lifetime commitment, horse lifetime commitment on a 14-year-old. That is crazy.
No. But yeah, so when I got out of the Marine Corps, then my neighbor was like, yeah, so come get your horse. And so I came and got her.
Oh my God, is this seriously
No,
another
I think that's the
fucking
same
upstart?
one. I think that's the same one. I had trouble trying to find the statement for the.
No, it's a different. I'm getting different numbers.
Is it?
Yeah. No, this is a different one. Jake's confirming it.
How many loans has that been? I've lost count after 5.
So what is this for? You probably can't tell me. You borrowed $1,200 at 12.77% interest on October of 2024. Similar time as the last loan, but different amount.
I don't know.
Was this a different X-ray?
No.
You don't even know what you borrowed like 4 months ago. 5 months ago. Come on. Life-changing amount of money for you.
So I started delivery driving for Domino's. So at first, when I first started Domino's, I was just an insider. Now I'm doing the delivery driving, and I had to get new tires for my car.
You borrowed
This is
at
your
12.77% interest rate? No way they had a return on investment that you were hoping for. How much is still owed on this now? I'm going to say about 1,000, if
Probably.
even.
Yeah.
It's being generous, honestly. Okay, so tire debt of 1,000.
Tires?
Gosh. Every instance in your life, is
$1,000
anytime you do
tires?
anything, you take a debt for it. That's just how you do it. You know no other way. You've never cash flowed anything in your life. You just debt. And I think there's a credit card next, which means it's like where your spending would be.
God.
Oh yeah. Well, I forgot we didn't even get to the credit card yet.
Oh God. Oh yes. They have
This credit card's insane.
Yeah.
And
But I told you. I wasn't lying.
Right.
I was not
something.
lying.
She's so loud, just for saying nothing.
Can I pee really quick? I'm so sorry.
Please, so
Okay.
that you can not be in front of me.
Okay.
Go.
No, I think I'm okay with my
Ladies and gentlemen,
discount.
she
tires.
on the tire loan, which I won't even have a conversation with her about because it is pointless at this point.
Get
She
ready.
probably still owes $1,000 is what I'm going to mark it. The minimum monthly payment is $27.16. Insane. But the thing that she was freaking out about and cope laughing the f out of is the fact that she owes on a Navy Federal credit card
Here we go, guys.
$20,178. Reminder: she makes $1,004.
I told you. I warned you. It got worse.
$400 a month of earned income, of money that she's going out and earning. She is lucky she has a disability, not for the disability itself, but she is lucky that she is bringing that money in. It is a Craig, this is insane. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait for her because this is crazy. Whatever. $20,178.93 is a minimum monthly payment of $451. $451. And guess what, guys? $451 of the $1,400 she brings in from her earned income, 32%. Over 32% of her earned income goes to literally a minimum monthly payment on a credit card. Literally a minimum monthly payment on a credit card. Well, as I was telling the camera before, essentially this is, dude, 33% of your earned income goes to this on a monthly basis. It is accruing alone $251 in interest a month. And why the possibly would you purchase $129? And you're close to the credit card limit. If you didn't even make any purchases and you just did your minimum monthly payment, how long does this take to pay off?
I did the math, and I looked at it. I looked at something, and it said like 44 years.
31, but yes, insane.
Yeah, that's wild.
And yet you're willing to purchase on it. You're willing to purchase on this.
It was like a. I didn't have my card, and it was the only thing available.
It's for multiple things. It's for buying things at your own work, Domino's. It's something at a bank. It's going in and getting some bullshit from a gas station. This is not a one-time thing. You are lucky it is at 13.9% interest. But no, $6,162 of it are higher interest because they're cash advances.
I'm telling you, it's a lot better though than
cash advance. I don't give a. No, it's not. This is the number.
It's not like I have a giant.
This is the number. This isn't better than before. It's at max. I don't give a about
Temu Bullet, by the way.
I don't give a. I don't know what that means. I don't care. All I care is that this is a max credit card limit. That's all I give a shit about. No way is it better than before. You are purchasing on it. It's stupid. You're not able to make it as bad as before because you're basically at.
I believe she's like 23.
The limit, and it takes 31 years to pay off. Listen, you have cash advance balances on here. Cash advance balances.
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of those.
You pay it.
I have been, but it hasn't gone away. Like
because you still purchase charges on the fucking cards. The interest is high. You purchase. Just don't know what the fuck this conversation is. Fucking enraging. Enraging. It's okay. I fucking New York it. Domino's, it's fine, and you can make a career there. You can become a franchise owner. So I don't even care. It's just, your goals of getting to I just don't see how you get to the goals when you can't even define them in a monetary way. Listen, if you ever decide to change career paths, I can at least gift you a course career certification. I love them for resume enhancements and switching careers. But
I don't know either. I really don't.
It's so funny.
It's not, but I want.
But you laugh about it.
Oh god.
It's more of like a I'm kind of situation.
Yeah.
Situation. No, it's not. Because guess what? You can get rid of half of your expenses. Or you can get rid of the expenses that take up half your income, but you started that with it's a non-negotiable.
There's a lot of reasons why that's non-negotiable.
It's because it's a horse and you love them and it's an animal, and I get that, and I am an animal lover, and I'm the last person that would tell you to get rid of it. The simple fact is, if you cannot afford it, you cannot give them the quality of life that is required over the course of their entire long term. It is a selfish thing for you to do.
You're correct. And right now I'm scraping the bare minimum. And if
no, you're not. You're borrowing. Look, we just had that. You borrowed huge high interest debts just a few months ago for them because you can't afford it. No, you're not scraping. You're below. You're drowning. You're not scraping.
One of them was for them. One of them was
for but something else was for something else because you didn't have enough money for it. Like, you don't have enough money for anything. If anything pops up today, you don't have enough money for it. You cannot adequately take care of them. It was irresponsible to take on this other one, and you shouldn't have the first one anyway. And it was irresponsible for your dad to allow you to stick to that commitment. $47 and
my dad didn't really have anything to do with it. It was my dad was not involved.
Someone had to approve you doing this.
Well, he didn't say no.
Exactly, and he should have. Like an adult. $5 in savings because we're doing so well. $671 in checking. Subscription. Cash App out 200. McDonald's.
That's the Cash App.
Duolingo. What the f*** are you learning, horse? What are you doing?
Spanish.
For why?
Because I'm in Texas. There's a lot of
Spanish.
I feel like speaking Spanish is kind of important. I don't know. I want to learn how to speak.
That explains the Duolingo subscription. Dexter, can I speak Spanish? No, I'm not allowed to speak Spanish. You come here and tell the people I'm not allowed to speak Spanish. You come here and tell the people. Tell the people I'm not allowed to speak Spanish. Am I allowed to speak Spanish?
Yes, no speak Spanish.
No speak Spanish. Okay, go back. Sorry, I had to do it.
how to speak Spanish too.
There it is. You want to learn. Thank you.
Well,
you were
I'm
trying to
I think
justify
it's
it
a
in many ways.
valuable skill as well.
Sure.
To be dual.
Next.
Yeah, I agree. You
¿Habla
can't afford it.
español para mí?
I,
You're literally borrowing like almost micro payday loans.
well, if you were to
essentially.
compare it to like taking a Spanish class, in
I
college,
would say you
it's
can't afford that
cheaper.
either.
Yeah, well, so that's cheaper.
No, you
So
can't
it's
afford
the
it either.
best
It doesn't
it's-
matter if it's cheaper or not. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. You're literally borrowing for utility payments. You do not afford.
When I first moved in,
You're still
Did you
paying
know?
for it 2.5 years later. So fuck you.
Oh,
You can't afford it. You can't afford it. 10% interest. Fuck you. This is literal basic stuff. This is so
Español.
pointless. Massage, can't afford it.
massage.
Yeah, effective
Oh,
massage.
that was a freaking. So somebody gave me a gift card, and so I went and I got this free freaking massage. And then at the end, they were like, "Oh, are you gonna tip your masseuse?" And I was like, "Well, now I feel like a dick if I don't." So I fucking tipped him.
You went to
fucking
the
$25.
saloon, McDonald's, line of credit payment, net deposit check, line of credit payment. What the fuck is that?
So Navy Fed has a $500 checking line of credit. So if you overdraft, it goes into this $500 checking line of credit, and then when you get paid, it will automatically pay off your checking line of credit and just give you the remaining.
Oh no, you're in the fucking
I am so sucked into that cycle. It is horrible. I'm fine.
You can't afford the horses. You can't afford Duolingo. You can't afford anything. You're fucking cash advancing. You can't afford life. You can't afford anything. Yeah, you can't afford anything. You can't afford anything. Where does your dad live?
Minnesota.
How's your relationship?
Not great. I mean, it's not horrible, but
Do you have any family that you have a good relationship with?
some. But I'm not going to live with any.
You
of
might
them.
need to live with them. You might need to sell your house and get your payments to nothing. Unfortunately, that might be the only way to still keep the horses, or you have to get rid of the horses. We have to lower these payments somewhere.
No, I agree with that.
You can't do it. You cannot do this. This does not work. And finally, I got you to Spotify. Listen, people think I'm just like anti-Spotify. I'm not. You literally are borrowing for utilities, borrowing for your horse's x-rays. You can't afford it.
I have.
It's as simple as literally that.
When I first bought that second.
What is FCHF?
FCHF? I honestly.
$450.
Given to
Out. Yes,
I see.
out. Oh wait, it's an ATM withdrawal. Where the f did that go?
$450. That's my board for my horses and my horse payment. I do it in cash.
Really? Really?
McDonald's can really afford it, can't you?
Really?
Vape City, great. So we're also killing ourselves with a habit that costs so much money on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
No, that is not cute. That is
Yeah.
disgusting.
I am trying to quit.
Is what everyone says who comes on the show. It's
Well-
convenient that they're all trying to quit, but no one does.
No.
Car wash.
In
Yeah,
my
you really
follow-up,
need that. We live in Texas. There's no ice. There's no.
It's because I am a delivery driver and that's required by work that I get a car wash.
Time to get a new job. It sucks anyway. You're
I
being
love my
paid.
job.
I don't give a. It's
Wait,
not
you're
about
just a
that. Did
delivery
I suggest
driver?
you didn't
To
like
me,
your
it
job?
is because, like,
But
to
it's
me,
like-
me liking my
wait.
job is more than making
She's just a delivery driver?
money and torturing
Alright.
myself mentally
Alright.
over this shit.
All right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You're not even willing to get a job that pays more than $9 an hour.
I mean, I didn't say I wasn't
I haven't
willing.
had to end a conversation in a long time.
I was.
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't had to end a conversation in a long time, but I'm ending this
I didn't
conversation
say
because
I
this is
wasn't
the dumbest
willing.
fucking thing. This is the worst conversation I've had in my life. Listen, Hammer Financial Score. Let me eat a horse. That'll save you a lot of money. Thank you. We're gonna go into the post show and have a more pleasant conversation.
You're gonna go eat a horse, okay? I always say we gotta eat a horse in Spanish. He didn't answer it. He's completely ignoring me now. The boy is taking Spanish classes. Apparently he speaks Spanish. I don't know. Anyhow. Yes. So the horse is a horse. The horse was a horse, unless the horse was Mr. Ed. But Mr. Ed is not that person. That horse is dead. So we have a cowgirl who just apparently has lost her mind. And we hope that she comes back for a follow-up show. And please, lady, please tell us that you got rid of at least one of them horses. Bring it down to like one horse, please. Because we all know that she ain't gonna get rid of that other one. She may lose her house in the process of all this, but she ain't gonna get rid of that horse. Her and that horse are gonna be living in the truck that she's gonna somehow purchase. I don't know. I don't know. Well, thank you for joining me on this. I'm gonna go attack my son. Apparently, it's tickle time. And I'm not allowed to speak Spanish, so bye, guys. What's the Spanish word for bye? Adios, amigos.